see that?
Did you guys see something? Chicken?
Alright guys, this is Element Cuatro, and we are doing another scary video reaction. And, I'm already a bit creeped out here. I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and this is done by the same guys. They did a similar video with Ronald McDonald, and I have genuinely not seen any of the videos I picked out. I literally just picked them out because their thumbnails looked cool. And let's go.
Well, Charlie, you're the last child left. Isn't that exciting?
I don't know.
You're a very lucky little boy. You get to see what's behind that door.
I don't want to see what's behind the door.
Now, Charlie, don't you want to see what's behind that door?
Not at all.
I don't know.
Come on, it'll be fun. Follow me.
Oh, caught you taking a peek there, Charlie.
Oh.
That's alright. Nothing wrong with window shopping from time to time.
Oompa,
That's when you get handsy.
Doompa,
That's when you get yourself
doompa-dee
into some
biddler.
trouble.
I've got a
Come over here, Charlie.
feeling Wonka's
There's one
a
last part of
diddler.
the factory I'd like to show you.
Nope. No, this is a
Go
bad
ahead and
choice.
taste the wall. Go on, try it. Well, what flavor do you think it is?
Asbestos
I don't
berry.
Charlie, I'm just messing with you. There's no flavor on the wall.
Oh
I
no.
like that rust pretty good, though. Don't worry. We'll get you a little tetanus shot before you leave.
Where's my grandpa?
He's just hanging around. Don't worry. You're in good hands. Take a look at this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know a lot of celebrities, I guess.
This is a video
like
game.
their finger around here in the factory from time to time. And do you know
Oh
who this is, Charlie?
no.
I don't know.
That's the 42nd President of the United States, Bill Clinton. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Past presidents have a lot of
Are
connections.
they outside of a
Charlie.
McDonald's?
A lot of connections. But so do I.
No. Why is there so
You know,
much
Charlie,
McDonald's?
Your clothes look awfully filthy. I'm all for a little stink, but best to get you some clean clothes. You know, for later.
Oh,
Oompa loompa doopa dee doo. You are a filthy boy, yes, that's true. You have soft hands and beautiful eyes.
Take his measurements and be gone with you.
He looks like a medium.
Oh my god.
Let's get
Charlie's
him
gonna get
small.
raped. That's
Get it right.
impossible
Get it
because they don't go to the raping room, they go to the fudge room.
Sorry about that, Charlie. That didn't make you feel uncomfortable, did it?
This whole
I
thing's
don't
making me
know.
uncomfortable.
Gosh, Charlie, I gotta tell you, my back and shoulders are tight. Running a factory sure does have its physical costs.
Oh no.
Have you ever had a massage, Charlie?
I don't know.
Charlie, have you ever been to a Turkish prison?
soft. Also strong, very strong. You play much baseball?
I don't know.
Only a couple rooms down.
Guy had
Come on,
that
big guy.
he spent his whole paycheck on a loaf of bread. You think he plays a lot of baseball?
Charlie, you wouldn't mind giving me a quick massage, would you, pal? I hate to be a stickler about the rules, but the golden ticket you have there states that I can ask for a free massage at any time. You look like you don't believe me. Go ahead and take a look. We've really bonded, Charlie.
Totally.
I'm excited to get
Jeez.
to know you a whole lot better. Charlie, let's put those hands to good use. What do you say? You didn't see anything. You hear me, you little shit? You didn't see a fucking thing.
We didn't know what was going on here. We didn't know a fucking thing.
Don't worry, son. You're safe now. He didn't hurt you, did he?
I don't know.
Charlie, my friend! I made it out of the chocolate river, Charlie! Charlie!
Oh, Jesus Christ! He's got it good!
It was It was just some German kid.
Damn! Chocolate monsters, yeah, that's it. We don't want to tell anyone about what happened here today with the chocolate monsters. Right, Charlie?
I don't know.
Augusta, save some room for later.
Get him out of here!
Well,
There was a house!
this is... Yeah. That was still... I mean, there's still a little bit more to go, but I gotta say, still not as scary as the freaking boat tunnel.
On top of a hill, where a dying scientist bequeathed his life's work to his two assistants, Cats and Uno. The scientist gave instructions on how to create monsters to solve any problem, along with a series of documents on the cure to cancer, AIDS, and world hunger. But, unfortunately, due to an untimely grease fire caused by someone cooking surprise, not naming any names, but the house was burnt down, and the scientist's work was lost with it. Now, with a handful of monsters and a fire insurance check,
Is this
Cats and Uno have purchased a 3-bedroom house in a quiet suburban town. This is their monster land.
Oh. I will put the link for that Kickstarter in the description below. If I do not, please leave a comment telling me that I did not, because I will see it. And, yeah. The next video is called 4 True Scary Stories Animated. Let's move on. Episode 1. The
Last
Cats.
year, I had a classmate who didn't like to socialize. I was the only one who spoke to her. One day, she messaged me an article about cat abuse, knowing that I had a cat. I replied to her, saying, "Wow, that's literally insane." She then started pretending she was close to me and continued to send articles about cat abuse or pictures of dead, such as road-killed cats. Feeling uncomfortable, I slowly began to avoid her. And one day, I suddenly felt like she took a picture of me. While she left her seat, I decided
sweet
to
iPhone for a
secretly
weird
check
kid.
her cell phone. Surprisingly, the phone was not locked, so I could easily enter her photo gallery. And then, what I saw was horribly shocking. There were over 80 photos of me that I didn't even know she took. I got goosebumps when I saw the folder's name. It had my name. And there was one more folder, Cat, which contained pictures of dead bodies and the several articles that my friend had sent me.
Oh, so we're just leaving it there? I mean, no closure? The evil cat killer monsters still out there? You didn't think to maybe alert anyone to this obvious early signs of a serial killer kind of thing? Okay. Whatever. Creepiest wedding.
This story is about my friend's sister. The friend's family was living in a large apartment complex. One day, his sister went out, and this incident happened at that moment.
Oh no.
Her ex-boyfriend, who was waiting for her, hit her on the head with a piece of sidewalk block and just killed her. The security ran towards them in surprise, but he ran away, went up to the roof of another apartment complex, and killed himself on the spot. After that, there were 2 memorial altars set up for both the woman and the man, and ironically, they were located right next to each other. And meanwhile, the bereaved family of the man insisted on this. They told my friend's family, "Let's join their souls in marriage." My friend's parents panicked, so they eventually fought with the bereaved family of the man, cursing at them. He told me later that everyone in the memorial altar went crazy that day. One of my teachers told us about a dream she had. She had a dream about 3 or 4 years after.
Teacher's getting a little close there, buddy. You, don't think teachers usually confide that in children, but okay. Let's hear about your teacher's weird
Her
dream.
grandfather passed away. In her dream, it was raining hard, and her grandfather, who completely got wet, tried to pass his socks to my teacher.
That makes
Even though
sense.
she loved him very much, she kept refusing because she didn't want to receive them for some reason. Then
Grandpa had
suddenly,
nasty
the
athlete's
view
foot.
abruptly changed, and my teacher was in the car.
Oh my god, I'm driving.
She was driving through a very big tunnel. At some point, she started dozing off, pressed on the brake, and then woke up. She thought it was just a strange dream at first. Another day, she was driving in a car with her husband.
Okay, but she's not driving. He's driving. So she's riding in a car with her husband, but if they hit somebody, it's not exactly the same thing. I mean, I don't really see how this is going to connect to her dream unless she hits a giant pair of socks.
She usually doesn't sleep when she's in the car, but she started dozing off in the front passenger seat on that day. When she woke
Oh my
up,
god.
she found that the place they were passing through was the same big tunnel she
Except-
saw in her dream.
Okay, but
And
except
her
she's not
husband
driving.
was
so it's-
falling asleep next to her as well. Being startled,
Let's
she
just-
immediately woke her husband up, and they returned home safely. She suddenly remembered her dream, so she visited an expert to get
Oh
any
my
advice
god.
on dream
She's got the
interpretation.
powers.
And the story goes like this. When you receive an item from a person who passed away, then you will die. Anyway, my teacher soon forgot about it for several years, until 7 years had passed. That day was the day they were going to change the place of her grandfather's grave, and the moment when they opened his coffin, they could see his wet body was floating in water. The strange thing was that the flesh had not yet rotted. She could see that the body had a bit of volume. She ended up thinking that her grandfather, who had been standing in the rain in a dream, might have wanted her to know of his current condition. However, this wasn't the only surprise.
Why did he want to kill her?
It turned out that it wasn't only her. Other relatives had the same dream. This
Oh, wait a minute. But then why did he want to kill her by giving her socks? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, he was wearing socks, and then he was floating, and then his flesh wasn't... I mean, you'd think the water would make the flesh more likely to rot. I mean, after 7 years, he should be pretty much goo. I mean, his flesh should be pretty much goo. Yeah, it don't add up. That don't add up at all.
isn't a scary story, but I've been the clumsy type ever since I was a child, so accidents used to happen a lot. And once I almost died. I was the girl who really loved animals, so without thinking, I walked onto a road where cars were moving crazy fast.
Yeah, that's...
I didn't put much
okay.
thought into the things I did when I was a child.
Where are your
However,
parents?
as soon as I stepped in, I heard several voices coming from behind me.
Watch out!
Surprised, I fell backward and fortunately wasn't on the road. But when I looked back, there was no one behind me. My big brother was there, and with a tearful voice he said,
Dumb
"Hey,
bitch, stay
what
out
if
of the
you
road."
got hurt?
Okay,
You
that's not
shouldn't
what I
let
said.
go of my hand." My brother came out of the store and ran towards me right away. So that must mean that my brother was the only one who called out to me at that moment. However, I then heard dozens of people calling out to me, yelling, "Watch out."
So, I guess that was it. I'm not gonna advertise for K-pop music. We're gonna move on here. move on to the next one. Okay. That last one, I don't think... I mean, it doesn't take like a psychic ability to say... Maybe it was just like her subconscious going, hey, dumbass, don't walk into the street after a fucking pigeon, okay? The pigeon, it made its bed, now it's sitting in it. You don't go after it. Too many cars, you're gonna die. But then again, if you're dumb enough to walk into the middle of a road when you're obviously, I mean, she obviously looked like she was like 10 or 11. You know what? There's a man named Darwin. He said some things, and some of them hold true. Maybe you don't survive to pass on the stupid walking in the middle of the street gene. This one. It's called Happy Halloween. This is gonna be the last video for this episode. Let's watch. Oh, I used to have one of those. Did you know, back in the day, jack-o'-lanterns were actually made out of turnips and not pumpkins? Just a fun fact. It's a little late to be carving a jack-o'-lantern, don't you think, lady?
Oh, happy Halloween.
I usually carve the jack-o'-lantern the day before.
I'm out of candy. You know, I can just run out to the store and get some more if you want to come back.
No, that doesn't work. That's not how the laws of Halloween work, lady. You know you got some gum in your purse. You have broken the laws of Halloween. One of us. One of us.
Okay.
Oh, she's out of candy.
Hello?
Just give him cash or something. Give him a buck. Yeah. Good idea, lady.
Thanks. Cool.
What are you even supposed to be? I mean, I get one's a bunny, but the hell was the other one? Well. That's probably fine. There's probably nothing. Go back to carving your jack-o'-lantern when it's already Halloween night. That's the thing that's making me like... That's the weirdest part of this. Why would you be doing this Halloween night? Excuse me? What just happened there? Why was it a clown monster? Not gonna answer any of that. It's gonna have some kind of post-credits Avengers thing going, or... Why does Mars have ears? There was a post-credits Avengers thing going on. I knew it. Well, this was Element Cuatro. And I hope you liked those. I actually really like watching scary videos, but I'm kind of a little baby. And I don't really want to watch them by myself because I watch scary movies. I watch them all the time. I watch scary TV shows, watch them all the time. But scary videos online, it's just that I'm not a huge fan of jump scares. And they kind of do that a lot. And it kind of makes it's kind of nice that I'm recording this because I kind of feel like I'm watching it with you guys or whoever happens to be watching. So that's kind of nice. And I'm going to be doing these again because that was fun. And this has been Element Cuatro saying, be good humans, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.